combat battalion to arrive in Saudi Arabia for the first Gulf War. Joe is currently employed by the Department of Homeland Security as a Director of National Recruitment, and he also serves proudly as the president of a New Jersey-based veteran support group called Vetwork, which I do a lot of work for Joe and for Vetwork. I've had the privilege of working side by side with Joe in our efforts to raise awareness and funds for our local veterans, and I am extremely proud to call him my friend as he works tirelessly to help our veterans. So, with that said, it is with great honor that I introduce to you Mr. Joseph A. Arata. Joe, how are you?
Good, Danny. How are you?
I'm fine, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. And again, you know, to all my guests out there tonight, Joe, outside of what he does down in Washington, D.C. on a daily basis, he is the president of a local support group here in New Jersey called Vetwork. And Vetwork is an immediate response group. And Joe, I'll let you take it from there to just go into some details about, you know, how we help and what we do.
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me on, Danny, tonight, and especially the special day of Veterans Day, where we celebrate the history of our military service members and remember those that have served us, this country, not only past that are presently serving today worldwide. And we also like to remember the families that also sacrifice as their family members serve overseas. Vetwork is an organization that's at a grassroots level. We started over 20 years ago in Ocean County. And if you can imagine Ocean County 20 years ago, it was pretty sparse when it comes to people, roads, and opportunities for veterans, both to get help, health-wise, and also to get jobs and settle back into the area. So a group of local Vietnam veterans and World War II veterans got together and created Vetwork. What Vetwork does is sets up a triage type situation where we get an intake of a veteran and we're able to react to the specific need of that veteran and find a solution to that need. It may be simple as transportation services for an aging veteran to go to a VA hospital in either East Orange, New Jersey, or Philadelphia, where they're not able to drive anymore. It could be a veteran that has an addiction problem that is looking to resolve that addiction problem, and we can get them to a VA center to help them with that problem. It could be somebody as short as having a week or month rent just to stay from being homeless. They're living on the edge of homelessness, and we can provide them financial means to stay where they live. We have a food pantry. We have mental health services. So it's a variety of different solutions to an ever-changing veterans community and an ever-changing set of problems for veterans when they return home.
Yeah, that's in Joe, something that I've always said, and you heard me mention it today on the radio as well.
I can't hear you. Go ahead, mic back up.
Oh, that would help. Sorry about that. I'm still getting used to some of the stuff, Joe. But something that I've always said and that you heard me mention today on the radio too was that this is why I am so adamantly involved with Vetwork, for the fact that we are, I don't want to say we, I'm not, but you know, Vetwork is an immediate response group, folks. They help people when you come off that plane anywhere here in New Jersey, all right, and if you need a place to sleep on that night, you got to understand this is what Vetwork does. I know that so many people out there, so many troops who are returning, and even, you know, even like a lot of our older veterans, Joe, they don't know about some of these local support groups like a Vetwork. Now, I don't know how many of them there are scattered throughout the country, but here in New Jersey, you know, you have access to Vetwork and to get so much help in so many different ways. Folks, listen to some of the you know, services here that like Vetwork offers. First of all, they offer counseling and anything from combat-related stress, individual counseling, substance abuse, and services that include job-seeking skills, restoration of your driver's license. Now that sounds odd, but you think about it. If a person's serving, maybe his license lapses, so he doesn't know how to get it back. You know, it's these really hands-on efforts that like Vetwork takes. You know, claims for your Social Security, acquisition of your military records. You know, so like if you do have to go up to the VA, they will help you get your records. But you know, Joe, this is what I've always said. You know, Vetwork helps on an immediate, you know, time frame. You are there. Vetwork is there.
Yeah, I think, you know, and one of the things that you know, we're finding today is that, you know, we're certainly responding to the needs of a growing senior generation. You know, we tend to think of World War II and Korea vets as our senior population. However, you know, our Vietnam era vets are in their senior years now as well. I think people tend to forget how long we actually were in Vietnam. And, you know, we're starting to see guys in Vietnam are coming up with issues of systemic heart failure and diabetes and other issues that are being linked to the Vietnam service. And you couple that with generation that went through the First Gulf War and Grenada and service in Beirut and Panama and that time frame, as well as all the folks that served, you know, in our peacetime military that still, you know, served honorably, they got injured while they were there. You know, they come back here and they have some issues that they need to deal with. And now, couple that with our newest generation of OAF and OEF veterans that are coming back